What's going on, people, and welcome back. 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I know it doesn't sound like a lot. There are men out there with thousands, millions, but for me, it's a big deal. You get me? I don't really expect so many people to sit here and watch me chat shit about mixing, but you guys show up every week, and I am very grateful. At the beginning of the year, I said that I wanted to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end. We are halfway there. So to say thank you, I want to give you half price off of a mix. If you hit me up on my email in the description below, saying that you came from this video, then you will get half price off of a mix. Off. But anyway, moving on. I wanted to answer some of you guys' questions. I got my laptop here. Rah. It looks like it's been through the war, boy. I got my laptop here, and I'm going to answer some of the questions that you guys have left me, either in my comments, in my DMs, Twitter, all of that kind of stuff. These are just a handful of the ones that I thought were most interesting. So, let's get to it. Let me sip some coffee. I ain't got no champagne yet. I ain't got no Prosecco. 1,000 subscribers. We're going to bust some bubbly still. When mixing beats, do you prefer wet or dry stems? I prefer wet vocals, flip that. I prefer dry vocals, wet beat stems. And I'm going to do a video about this and how I like my stems, but sometimes it is called for me to get the wet stems as well. If you've recorded it and the recorded and your rough mix, your demo mix sounds decent, I might ask you for the wet stems. Also, if it's like a song where it's got very specific reverb and delay styles, then I might get you to just send the effect stems. But other than that, I usually like to work with dry stems. What mic do you recommend for recording rap vocals? So this microphone right here is an Audio Technica. I think it's A4040 or something like that. This is a really good versatile mic. It's good for rap, good for like singing vocals. I definitely recommend it because of it's on the cheaper side. The Rode K2 is really good as well. I was using that for like 2 years. Good body to it. So if you want like that dark rap vocal, then I definitely recommend that. I'm using a Slate VMS at the moment. So if you've got a little bit more bread, then I of course would recommend that. What's your recording setup? So I did a whole video on my studio tour. So if you haven't watched that, then check that out. I don't know where to look, by the way. I've got so many lights in my face. I wish you could see this. I ain't even going to tell you what my setup looks like right now because it is ghetto. My recording setup is Slate mic to Slate preamp, Focusrite 18i20 into a PC, not a MacBook, going into Pro Tools. That's the whole chain. Where do I get this software? I think he's asking about Pro Tools more than likely. A lot of people don't recognize Pro Tools. It's crazy. Like people come to the studio and they ask me, what the hell are you using? It's Pro Tools, and Pro Tools is kind of the original industry standard. So if you are looking to, possibly one day become a studio engineer or a mix engineer, it is recommended that you do at least know your way around Pro Tools a little bit. You don't have to use it. You don't have to be a master at it, but you will be thrown into some situations where you have to navigate Pro Tools. So I recommend that you do at least look into it if you're trying to do mixing properly. If you're just doing some home recording and stuff like that, stick to whatever the fuck works for you, man. Don't worry about the DAW. Have you got any tutorials in Fruity Loops? I've got like one, I think, maybe two. I don't use Fruity Loops. I don't have Fruity Loops. So recording the tutorials are quite difficult because I have to download the demo. And on the demo, you can't save your project. So if I want to do a Fruity Loops tutorial, I have to mix it, record the video all in one sitting. And that's not really ideal for me. Also, I don't actually know how to properly do a voiceover on Fruity Loops. On Pro Tools, I have it set up. On Logic, I have it set up. But on Fruity Loops, I don't really know how to do the screen capturing that well. But everything that I teach you can be translated to whatever DAW you use, as long as you've got the plugins that I'm showing you. So if you're interested in a Waves tutorial, for example, you can use the same things that I show you just in Fruity Loops. It's all translatable. How long have you been doing this? So I have been mixing. I started off rapping when I was like 14. And then I bought myself, you know, a microphone so I can record myself. And I started becoming more obsessed with the mixing process than the actual rapping. So slowly I started to just record and just mix. And I was the only guy in my ends that had like a condenser microphone and had like a little bit of know-how because I went to college. So I started recording all the guys in my ends, and that's kind of how it kicked off. I think that was 2007. I'm old. You do the maths on that one. 2007, 2008. I've been mixing, recording, and all of that stuff. Where can I get this DSR? So you probably mean either the Waves DSR, which is just the Waves DSR, or the Eosis, the DSR that comes with the Slate bundle. I don't know how to pronounce it, but those two are my favorite DSRs. They're the only ones I've ever really used. I've never tried any other DSRs, so yeah. Can you make a drill template? The age-old question that I get asked every single day. The short answer is no. I'm not going to be doing any templates or anything like that. I do hope to do a Discord at some point where we can share sessions, and obviously I've gone out of focus. Yo, there you go. Where we can share sessions, we can share templates and all of that stuff, but I'm not going to be selling them or anything like that. Mainly because I don't think that they are good. I don't think they're helpful. I think they're the opposite. People rely too much on their template, and that template's not going to work on every single track. So if I ever did do templates, it would be literally just to make some money off of you, if I'm going to be real. And that's not really what I'm here for. So no drill templates, but a Discord coming soon and live streams coming soon. You best believe it. All right, so this guy commented on one of my videos. He said, and it was a little bit cheeky. I could sense a cheeky tone in his voice. All nice and all, but you didn't show the bus effects. Now, he had an anime display picture, so that just tells you everything you need to know about this brother. I'm sorry, if I ever forget to show you something, especially effects, sends, I'm sorry about that. This was on a Logic video, so I'm pretty sure I just used a Logic preset. I always say you can't shortcut a shortcut. I'm giving you a shortcut. I'm just telling you things that I've learned over the past 10 plus years, from watching YouTube videos, from going to college, from going to uni, and from work experience. You just got to do the rest. Do you know what I'm saying? That was a bit catty. That was a bit of a catty answer, innit? I'm sorry. I love you guys, man. I swear. How do your dry vocals sound so good? Do you use hardware? No, I don't use any hardware. I think they asked this because this was on Instagram, and I think it's because I have a compressor. I have the VLA2, but I don't actually use it anymore. And I don't recommend that you guys, if you're brand new, I don't recommend that you start out using any kind of hardware compressors or anything like that. Just because it's in stone. If you record something through a compressor, there's no going back. It's there. The compression is on there, and you can't press undo or anything like that. So I would recommend not using them if you're just starting out. But I think you should have watched my recording tutorial on how to record, because it's all in the recording, man. If you get a good recording, you got good mic placement, you got a good performance, then your vocal's gonna sound sick before you've even put any plugins on it, and then you just have to, it just becomes a thing of making it sound even better. And that's kind of where the best mixes come from, if I'm honest with you. Okay, so this was a question on Instagram. Someone asked me what I mean when I say push the main vocal forward. And I've spoken about this a few times. So the idea is your ad-libs and backing vocals are pushed back in the mix. And the way you do that is with reverb, EQ, compression. So you got to think of your mix like a box room, like a cube, right? And all the sounds are in this cube. You want to push, if you're going to push something back, you're pushing it back further into the cube, right? It's a 3D cube. I don't know where I'm going this, but and the way you do that is by adding reverb. So if you drown your ad-libs and background vocals in reverb, it makes it sound like they're more distant. And if there's nothing on the main vocal, then the main vocal sounds like it's more prominent, it's more upfront. So you're basically just tricking people into thinking that the vocal is right in your face, and you do that by doing these kind of effects on ad-libs and background vocals. That was a bit of a long answer, innit? Bro, this whole thing, the mixing thing, the engineering thing is sneaky still, it's nerdy. So you have to be prepared to get a bit nerdy sometimes if you want to be good at this thing. There is a lot of nerdy aspects to it. But that is all of the questions that I've got here. Of course, always leave me questions. Please hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter. Anyone can tell you, I will answer your questions. I will listen to your mixes. People send me mixes. I'll try to listen to them. Yeah, man, I'm here to help. I'm not big time yet. Even when I'm big time, I hope I can still kind of connect with you guys. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. 1,000 subscribers is next. We're gonna hit that, and we're gonna do something really big once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit the like button, because that helps with the algorithm. That helps me get onto more explore pages, and you know, the little browse bit at the side. Liking the video helps me get onto people's recommended videos. So please hit that like button. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being one of 500 right now. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Man, I should have got some Prosecco in it.